You know what has better focus than you? A goldfish. Yeah, that's not a joke. Scientists proved goldfish can actually pay attention for 9 seconds. You? You're tapping out at 8. Welcome to the Self-Control Syndicate, because your bank account is tired of your bullshit. But here's the plot twist. It's not because your brain is broken. Stanford neuroscientists just figured out exactly what's hijacking your head. And once you understand this, you'll make more money than any ADHD medication could ever give you. Look, I get it. You can't read a book for more than 5 minutes without checking your phone. You start 10 different projects and finish none. You watch a 2-hour movie but somehow can't focus on a 20-minute tutorial that could change your life. And the internet's got you convinced you need a diagnosis, a prescription, and a victim mentality. Bullshit. What you need is to understand that your brain has been weaponized against you by billion-dollar corporations who profit from your scattered attention. This isn't about shaming anyone with real ADHD. That's a legitimate neurological condition. This is about the millions of guys who think they're broken when they're actually just living in a digital casino designed to scramble your brain. Dr. Adam Gazzaley from UCSF calls it cognitive overload. Your brain literally cannot process the amount of information you're feeding it. The average person checks their phone 96 times per day. That's once every 10 minutes you're awake. Here's what's happening. Every notification, every scroll, every swipe is a micro-interruption. UC Irvine research shows it takes 23 minutes to fully refocus after a distraction. Do the math. You're never actually focused on anything. Tech companies hire neuroscientists and behavioral psychologists to make their apps as addictive as crack cocaine. They literally study gambling addiction to design your Instagram feed. You're not weak-willed. You're fighting billion-dollar behavioral engineering. MIT's Dr. Robert Sapolsky explains that unpredictable rewards trigger the highest dopamine spikes. That's why slot machines are addictive, and it's why you can't stop scrolling. Your phone has become a slot machine in your pocket, and every notification is a potential jackpot. But here's the kicker. When your dopamine system is constantly spiking from artificial stimulation, normal activities feel boring as hell. Reading, studying, working on your business, these require sustained attention without instant rewards. Your brain literally perceives them as punishment. Cal Newport talks about deep work, the ability to focus without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks. But neuroscientist Dr. Daniel Levitin found that multitasking increases cortisol and adrenaline production, creating a feedback loop of mental fog and anxiety. Your prefrontal cortex, the CEO of your brain, gets exhausted from constantly switching between tasks. It's like trying to run a marathon while stopping every 100 meters to do jumping jacks. You're not lazy. You're neurologically depleted. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." This wasn't just philosophical woo-woo. Ancient Stoics understood that scattered attention leads to scattered results. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Buddhist monks have practiced sustained attention for 2,500 years. They call it monkey mind, when your thoughts jump from branch to branch like a caffeinated primate. The cure isn't medication. It's training your mental muscles through deliberate practice. Here's how your broken focus is keeping you broke. Every successful person I know has one thing in common. They can sustain attention on boring, difficult tasks long enough to master them. Warren Buffett reads 500 pages daily. Bill Gates takes think weeks with 0 distractions. Elon Musk works 80-hour weeks on single projects. Meanwhile, you can't focus on a 30-minute course that could teach you a $50,000 skill. The highest-paid people in the world are paid for deep thinking, creative problem-solving, and sustained execution. All of that requires extended focus. When you can't concentrate, you're literally unemployable for high-value work. Research from the University of Chicago shows that chronic distraction lowers testosterone by up to 40%. Low T doesn't just affect your sex drive, it destroys your motivation, competitive drive, and ability to persist through difficult tasks. It's a vicious cycle. Scattered attention leads to low achievement, which leads to low confidence, which leads to even more escapist behaviors. You end up in a downward spiral of digital distraction while your real potential wastes away. What to do instead? Time to unfuck your focus and reclaim your cognitive sovereignty. 1. Digital Minimalism Bootcamp. Delete every non-essential app. Turn off all notifications except calls and texts. Your phone should be a tool, not an entertainment system. If you can't do this, you're already admitting defeat. 2. Practice single tasking like your life depends on it. Because it does. Pick one task, set a timer for 25 minutes, and do nothing else. This is called the Pomodoro technique, and it literally rewires your brain for sustained attention. 3. Read physical books daily. Start with 15 minutes. Books require sustained attention without hyperlinks, notifications, or instant gratification. It's like lifting weights for your focus muscles. 4th, meditation. Yeah, I said it. Just 10 minutes of daily meditation increases gray matter in areas responsible for attention control. Harvard research proves this shit works. You don't need to become a hippie. You just need to train your brain. 5. Create friction for distractions. Move your phone to another room when working. Install website blockers. Make bad behaviors harder and good behaviors easier. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your willpower. 6. The 90-minute deep work blocks. Neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman found that 90 minutes is the optimal duration for sustained mental effort. Schedule these blocks like sacred appointments with your future success. Here's what nobody's telling you. In an economy where everyone's attention is scattered, the person who can focus deeply has a massive competitive advantage. While others are lost in digital quicksand, you'll be building real skills, real wealth, and real value. Your focus is your most valuable asset. It's more important than your education, your connections, or your starting capital. Because everything else can be developed, but only if you can sustain attention long enough to develop it. The modern world is designed to fragment your mind and monetize your distraction. But you have a choice. You can be a victim of algorithmic manipulation, or you can be a master of your own attention. Every moment you spend in deep focus is an investment in your future self. Every time you resist the ping of a notification, you're building the mental muscle that separates winners from losers. The question isn't whether you have ADHD. The question is whether you're ready to reclaim your cognitive power and use it to build the life you actually want. If you're ready to stop being a victim of your own scattered attention and start focusing like your financial future depends on it, because it does, drop deep work in the comments. Smash that like button if this video slaps some focus back into your brain. And with that, this video is over.